Good evening. Panhandling has become a way of life for a small but growing population around Fort Wayne. The question is what, if anything, to do about it.
Yeah, that is, what should you do about it? When you see a panhandler, do you give or do you drive by? How should we respond? 15 Finds Out reporter Adam Widener went out in search of that answer as a follow-up to our 2-month-long investigation into panhandling. Adam?
We told 3 different stories yesterday. Stories of panhandlers getting a buck or two or more here or there and then disappearing as quickly as they appeared. But before you hand out another dollar, hear from 2 people who have first-hand experiences dealing with the life of the panhandler.
You follow me?
After following local panhandlers, 15 Finds Out discovered complex people who may be using your donations in a way you didn't expect.
Couldn't get away from drugs, couldn't stop drinking. Going to prison kind of helped me to flush out, to get clean.
Ken Wardley knows a thing or two about the panhandling lifestyle. He says in the past he's asked for change here and there, but had more friends that were deep into panhandling.
Probably 7 times out of 10 they're gonna buy alcohol or some kind of drugs with it, but you know, that doesn't negate their need.
Wardley is recently out of jail and staying in the rescue mission. He says the majority of the time there's more than meets the eye with panhandlers.
First comes the tragedies in your life, and then comes depression, and then comes the drugs, and then comes the need to panhandle to accommodate your need for the drugs, and it's a vicious cycle, you know.
I know that's happening more frequently here in Fort Wayne.
Sharon Gehrig works for the rescue mission. She strongly discourages giving money to panhandlers.
One of the things that we don't want to do is encourage individuals in their addiction issues. We want to make sure someone's improving their life, making their life better, and that they're actually focusing on their actual needs and not their wants.
It's a story all too familiar to Wardley, who says tragedy struck after his friend received donations panhandling.
He died in the river out here because he had panhandled that night. He had got his drugs, and there's some characters that weren't really good for him that he was involved with, and somehow he just ended up sleeping in the river.
15 Finds Out spotted many uncomfortable drivers around panhandlers, but the rescue mission says you can control those guilty or negative feelings with a prepared response. Give them food, direct them to a local organization, or just pay attention to them to find out what they really need. Gehrig says you'll quickly discover who really wants help and who wants a handout. Hopefully it's something. Yeah. Here's some hot chocolate.
Awesome. Hot chocolate will work.
It's that attention Wardley says is the first step to breaking a tragic cycle.
It sounds silly, but some people need you to take them by the hand, you know, and walk with them. You know what I'm saying? Because they just don't have what it takes to do it by themselves. We haven't all had parents in our lives. We haven't all had guidance. We haven't all had positive structure in our lives to usher us on to something good. So some people do need you to take them by the hand.
Now we've created a list of resources the rescue mission encourages you to use when helping panhandlers. Just click on the story on WANE.com to check them out. You'll want to tune in tomorrow for our next installment of Who's Behind the Sign. 15 Finds Out looks into Fort Wayne's panhandling laws. Hear if police and local lawmakers think something needs to change to slow this growing trend.
And we will talk to you then. Thanks, Adam.